I'm a broadcaster and I started this journey, funny enough, right after high school.
Is this something that you had passion for, or?
I didn't really think of going into radio first.
Right.
But I've always had the passion to be in that space where everyone listens to you, everyone watches you. Wherever I go, I love to learn. That has given me the opportunity to be able to produce voiceovers, news and all of that, hosting red carpet shows. I've done a lot of that.
Can you please tell me what are the challenges you face in this industry?
People look at me and then they're like, how old are you again? And I'm like, you should be listening to what I have to bring to the table. What do I have to bring? What do I have to offer? Rather than just look at my face and be like, are you sure you can actually do this? Don't you look so young for the TV and all of that? And I'm like, no, it's not that way.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Be Inspired with Mbebeng. This is the place to be educated, informed, motivated, and most importantly, to be inspired. My guest today is in the media industry. Her name is Nseobong Mbebeng. What's so interesting about her journey is the fact that she was able to start from nothing to where she is now. She's taught herself on how to be expert in her field. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this interview. You sit back and enjoy it. So welcome, Nseobong. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you very much for me. It's nice to be here.
So I've been listening to your podcast for some time now, and I really love what you're doing. Could you please tell me about your career journey, how you get to where you are now?
Okay, thank you very much. I started this broadcast. I'm a broadcaster, and I started this journey, funny enough, right after high school. My first radio gig was right after high school in Akwa Ibom State. So I attended a polytechnic where we had to do a project. And then that project required us to, we had different things to do, each of us in the class. And then I had to present with a friend of mine. And after the presentation, someone saw the interview and was like, this is really beautiful. You're really good. I mean, I've never had any prior training on broadcasting or anything related to that. And so he said, it's fine, it's good. And the school had a radio station. And funny enough, he introduced me to someone who worked at the station. And it was supposed to be like an internship, but they're not looking for interns at the time. I was just in my ND1. I was like one of the youngest students in the entire school. So there was a day where there was a show that was being presented, and then the co-host wasn't there. The main host was around and he was presenting. He needed a female voice on the show. And he was like, you do entertainment, right? You listen to the news and all of that. And I said, yes, I do. And he said, okay, come on this show. And I was like, I'm sorry, this is radio and I'm going live on air. It's not going to be recorded. How am I going to do this? Like, I was already freaking out. So he said, don't worry, it's fine. I'm just going to ask you very few questions and then you just say what you know. And I said, okay, because I learned that you have to take a step forward with anything you want to do,
right?
And not just feel shy about anything and then back off. So yeah, it was good. I went on the show, although I was so nervous, which is very normal for every first time of anything. And so I was there on the show, we talked and he asked me questions, and good enough, I knew about a lot of entertainment stories, and so I was able to, I just tried my best. And after the show, he said it was okay. And the co-host who was on that show had issues with him, and so I was the one who was supposed to handle that. And after that, sometimes he wouldn't come and I'll handle the show alone. And so I was always going to the station while I go to the station. Sometimes some presenters are not around and then they're like, please call Nse to be on the show, to handle the show for me. And I'm like, what is going on here? I haven't had any training or anything. So I just had to watch everyone who was on radio. I had to keep on watching them.
So is this something that you had passion for? Because definitely you prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Though you might not be ready to go on air, but you prepare yourself to be for the opportunity to come. Is this something that you had passion for, or
I've always had passion. I didn't really think of going into radio first,
Right.
but I've always had the passion to be in that space where everyone listens to you, everyone watches you. I want my face to be out there. I can be shy sometimes, I know, but I just want it to be out there and let people know that I am there. Let them see my face, let them hear my voice. So this was like a very good opportunity. I mean, it's just a radio station, not like it had any wide coverage. But I was just happy that people got to know me little by little, and I had to learn as well. That's where I had my first training, by working at that radio station. And that's how it began. After that, I wasn't at that school anymore, and I was having issues getting into the university. For some reason, I didn't get into university, and my dad said, okay, there's no way you're going to stay at home. My dad was a broadcaster, funny enough, well, when he was younger. So he said that he knows about a school, a training school in Lagos, where I could go for a training on broadcasting and it's for like 3 months. It's in Ikeja, and I said, okay, that's fine. At least now he agrees that I have to go to Lagos, because I've always wanted to come to Lagos myself and see how I can do more for myself. But he didn't just agree at the time. I was really young. So he said, okay, that we should plan. And then I went to Port Harcourt to take my entrance exams. After that, my name was shortlisted, and I was called to start the school the next week. So the next week, on a Sunday, I was in Lagos. School was going to start on Monday.
So before you go there, so the push here is the fact that they told you to do something that you never prepared for.
I never prepared
and
for
then when
it.
you did that, you were like, okay, it's something that I can actually
Yes.
go into. So
Yes.
tell me your experience in school, knowing the fact that you mentioned something that you couldn't get into university, and that your father told you to go to broadcast school in Lagos. And then could you please tell me your experience?
Okay, so I came and I was at the school for 3 months. I have my certificate. I got trained on different things that were related to broadcasting. And so after that, I got an internship at Voice of Nigeria. After Voice of Nigeria, I was at Rhythm FM. So while I was at Rhythm FM, I was like, you know what, I think I can't just go on this journey without, we're in a country where, I mean, if you do not have a degree,
right,
people kind of look at you like, I don't think you can really, although the media industry has to do with talent most of the time, but you still have to practice, and you still have to like show that, okay, you've actually gone to school and you're really qualified. So I told myself, you know what, I would go to school. Even while I'm doing my internship, I would double both. So good enough, the National Open University is an online school. So I was able to go there part-time, more like online. So I would be at the station most of the time, and my school is just very close to the station. So if I had exams, I would just walk down to
the station. That's where you work.
Yes, that's Rhythm. I'll just walk down to school, take my exams, and then I'll come back to the station, and then I'll go home. So I kind of doubled all of that. I am still there now. I'm almost done with my second year, and I'm going to my third year. But I've been on this journey, also going to school at the same time, and it's a bit challenging, but at the same time.
Talking about being challenging, can you please tell me what are the challenges you face in this industry? Every industry have their own challenges, right?
Yeah.
And then a lot of people are going through it, and they're able to navigate themselves out of it. So you explain to me, what are your challenges?
Okay, one of the biggest challenges is I remember going for a job interview back in Akwa Ibom State. I had to leave Lagos shortly just to go for that interview. I wouldn't say the name of the station. And I went for the interview. It was going well. I auditioned for being a newscaster. I did. And it was good. They even said it was good. I didn't have to judge myself. They said it was good. But when I sat with the executives, they were like, okay, now how are you going to do this? You do not have a degree. How do you want to work without the degree? I said that where I'm schooling is really, really flexible. So I could come to work. If I need to take just my exams, I would take permission, and then I would go take my exams and come back. It's really nothing that would take most of my time, and then I'm not able to work. And the way the man sounded to me was really, he was rude. He was rude. I left that interview in tears
What do you
because
mean by?
I left in
Can you
tears
please
because
explain that? It was
he
rude.
kind
How?
of, yeah, he, just because I didn't have a degree, he told me, you do not have a degree. There's no way you're going to make it working here. I mean, you do not have anything to show that you're, I mean, the job you've done is very good, but you do not have anything to show that you've trained yourself. So how do you want to do this? And he said that in the meanest manner, and everyone was just staring at me like, and I told him that this can't be a barrier. I have explained to you everything, and he didn't just have it. And he spoke to me that way, and I felt bad. I felt bad. But when I left there, I told myself that this would not be a problem. I will still keep on pushing myself. And after that, I came back to Lagos, and I found myself, because wherever I am, I love to learn a lot. Not just what I have learned already. Wherever I go, I love to learn, and that has given me the opportunity to be able to produce. I can produce voiceovers, news, and all of that. Hosting red carpet shows, I've done a lot of that. So that on its own has helped open doors for me. I mean, I do not really, I do sometimes I don't have to go knocking on someone's door to say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. People reach out to me, which I'm really, really thankful
Right,
for
right.
that
So
opportunity.
during when you were talking earlier, you mentioned that you really want to go into TV station. That is where your passion lies. So what
Yeah.
is stopping you? Is that degree requirements or what are the things stopping you?
I wouldn't really say it's the degree. I've always I've ever since that first radio gig, I have really put myself in the radio sphere, and it's, I don't know, for some reason I haven't just been able to break into that, the TV sphere. I haven't really been able to do that. I do not really know why. Maybe, well, sometimes people, one of the challenges, really, which is really personal, but I'm going to say one of the challenges is people look at me and then they're like, how old are you again? And I'm like, okay, now I didn't expect that question, because you should be listening to what I have to bring to the table. What do I have to bring? What do I have to offer? Rather than just look at my face and be like, are you sure you can actually do this? Don't you look so young for the TV and all of that? And I'm like, no, it's not that way. So I'm still looking forward to doing that. I've been able to host some red carpet shows. I think I need more of that right now, and I'm trying to work towards
Oh, you
that.
feel that is your age or your the
It
way
is
you
not my
look,
age.
your
It is not
physical
my age.
appearance that is the barrier for you to get into TV station or other things.
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit of like an insecurity for me, but at the same time, I want to put it out there that I am ready for any TV gig. I'm not hiding and saying, oh, I don't want this. I actually want it. I have been on radio for quite a while. I have learned. I mean, I'm not there yet, but I just want to experience more, and just more experience for me, basically. It's not going to be so new to me, but I should get on any TV station and I have to shoot something. It's not going to be so new because I have been able to host red carpet shows. I've been able to interview people, and yes.
So personally, what are the things that you are doing right now? Personally, I know that
Okay.
you have listened to your podcast and that you do
Yes.
voiceover. So can you explain that and how is that going with you?
Okay, my podcast is More Music Discovered, and I have been doing that. It's mainly about me. It's a music podcast, and I basically talk about every type of music. You know how people listen to trending songs at the moment. Sometimes you just have to go back in time and know more about music of those days or music from different countries. It's not just the music from your country, and the demographic that I want to listen to, that you listen to. Just learn more. And it's been going well. A lot of people, I put out some episodes and people comment on it and they're like, this is actually good. I remember this song from this time. This is you have really good content. And yes, that is the goal for that podcast. And it is still running. I am on episode 5 now. And it's going well. My podcast is going very well. You can find it on SoundCloud. You can find it on escapepod.ng also. I do voiceovers as well. I have worked with different brands. I've worked for brands like Aero Earpiece. I've worked for Trace. I've worked for, there are actually very many. But and that is still going on right now. You can reach me anytime for any voiceover job. I will do that
good. That's so good. So what is coming in 2021? So what should we be looking forward to? TV jobs or what?
Yes, you should look forward to a lot of TV jobs, of course. Also look forward to more content from me. I think 2020 was a bit more relaxed and we all understand why.
Right.
But now I am prepared and I know what I want to do. I have everything I want to do set and written down. So it's going to be like a surprise, like, boom, I'm here, 2021.
So how are you going to navigate the challenges that you have with the TV station? Because I know you mentioned it's something that you really have passion for. It's something that you want. How are you going to navigate through the challenges?
I think I have learned that sometimes instead of taking a step forward, I take a step backwards because of my thinking. So I feel like now I should push myself out there a bit more, and if we all have basic resources that we can use for anything that we want to do. So I will push myself. And whether people like it or not, they're going to see me.
Cute. Thank you. I love that. Whether people like it or not, you're going to see that you never let anything to stop you from achieving your goal.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Nseobong, for this amazing time you spent with me. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for listening. The environment is so interesting. You guys should give people time. Look at the talents. Look at what they can offer other than the degree. This is a young lady that have already strived to be more. Let's give her the opportunity to be more. I'll see you next time on Be Inspired with me, Mbebeng. Bye for now. Hey there, have you subscribed? Please remember to subscribe to this channel